understanding your creativity, believing in your creativity, listening to it, as well as putting it aside for just a moment so that the rest of you can catch up. Unplugged because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally Uncut because we all make mistakes, so turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. How do you drink your coffee? There are some mornings where I sip on it, and it takes me forever to get through this gigantic jug of yeah. And there are other mornings like today, I just want to guzzle it. I can't get enough of it. Not just the flavor, but I need that yeah to get this day rocking. But how do you drink your coffee? How do you prepare it? Do you put milk and junk in it? I like mine just really super black because I want what I smell to be what I taste. And, well, sometimes when you put in those fancy little flavors and stuff like that, it'll smell like some caramel or bananas or some other little flavor that you invented at Starbucks. But how do you like your coffee? Do you like to sit in a room with your coffee? Do you like to be with a crowd of people? Or do you like to just kind of run off into a park and just enjoy everything nature? How do you like your coffee? Now, if you were a cup of coffee, how would you like your human to love you? I'm a writer. I'm a daily writer. I've been doing this ever since July of 1994. And being that daily writer gives me an opportunity to wonder, if you were a cup of coffee, would you want to be treated better than what you treat coffee now? This is the Daily Mess. When ideas from your past seem to fizzle out in a modern way and walk. Oh man, it was a brilliant vision and decision 5 to 10 years ago. Today, not so much. I would love to create a television show that randomly selects a home, and we step inside these homes to see what's in boxes in the attic, under the bed, in the closet, and stuffed away in the garage. I mean, your junk today was yesterday's hot idea. How did it fall out of the ranks of, I've got to have this? I'm going to be honest with you. Amazon isn't fair to most consumers. One click of that button and that box arrives in 2 days. How many of those items are physically used? I struggle with this. It falls into the category of, I'll get around to it. Or we buy something because we were too lazy to ask a neighbor for a little bit of love. How many laptop computers and notebooks do you have hidden away? It was a great idea, but you don't use it. You don't take it with you to travel. And if you do, the power supply is somewhere. And you know what? I'm too lazy to go to Amazon to buy another one. Those brilliant ideas from a week ago, from a year ago. And today, they sit in boxes. It's like, I want to do this. And then when you get there, it's like, oh, well, it's not what I thought it was going to be. I know I'm wrong. But that's the greatest thing about being in these moments of now. I will probably regret that decision for not taking that idea out of the box and using it. I bought a drill yesterday. Well, because I needed to put some braces on a chair. And I'm getting to that age where just touching a screwdriver is going to make my body hurt. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go get a fancy new drill that comes with its own battery pack. How many times am I going to use this in the days, the months, the years ahead? I asked my wife, please help me draw a map that we can put somewhere so that sometime in the future, 5 years from now, that I'll know where this drill is. Because I don't want to go buy another one. It's only been used once. When ideas from your past seem to fizzle out in a modern way and walk. This studio has a CD burner. Remember when we could make CDs? I don't need it anymore. There's a cassette player, a dual cassette player inside this recording studio. I don't use it anymore. What's over here to my right? I have a pair of angel wings, life-size angel wings that my wife wore on New Year's Eve in 1999. Why is it here? She's never worn them again. Because it gives me the opportunity to live out that moment. When I see those angel wings, I think of her. And I think of the great time that we had that night. I have a lot of Native American spirituality tools in here. I use that stuff all the time. It's who I am. So it's one of those moments where I embrace the fact that I took the time to create a moment. And now it's in my moment of the present. Each morning I walk into the studio overlooking this forest in South Charlotte, North Carolina. Answer the question sometime. Why do you have this still in your life? Are you going to do what's called the Swedish death cleaning? You know what that is, don't you? Ask your family members, if I were to pass away today, would any of this in the studio have any value to you right now? If the answer comes up no, throw it away. Throw it away. How much of your life is going to end up in that box? I'm Arroe, and that's the Daily Mess.